good advice for intermediate ditch players is try to explore your body and try to figure out where and how your body helps you to produce different sound. So I'm working with the isolations. Isolations, it means for me to understand each part of my body and be able to use it separately from different parts of my body for generating specific sound. So one thing I also want to share now, it's the kind of observations that what I like when I'm working with the accents inside of the composition, that actually I'm exploring myself, how can I make the accent? How can I work with the accents in a composition? So of course I have my tongue, I have my diaphragm, I have my jaw, I have my cheeks, I have my lips, I have voice. I have many places I can work with to make accent, to make note, specific note. And I'm trying to masterize and understand where that sound started and which specific part of my body is the place where it starts from. So now I will talk about jaw. Jaw is a very interesting part of body which helps you really create interesting notes. It's, for me, why it's interesting is that there's lots of sounds I can create when I'm breathing out, because I'm playing on a didgeridoo, I'm making a drone, right? And as I'm pushing out, I can always make from many places in my body interesting sound. I can use my voice, tongue, I can use my cheeks movements, lips movements, diaphragm push, right? So that's the interesting thing when I'm breathing out. But what can I do when I'm breathing in? It's a usually very often kind of blind spot in composition of the ditch players, because they're thinking how to compose when I'm breathing out. But what kind of sound, what kind of note I can do when I'm breathing in? So I'm trying to use my body always efficiently as I can for creating sounds. So one part I'm thinking about of composition is what can I do when I'm breathing out, and same time I also have to keep eye what sounds in my composition when I'm breathing in. Jaw helps me to create new options, how to make notes and impulses and accents when I'm breathing in. Because when I'm breathing in, I'm using the jaw movements up. So jaw, it's responsible for really good sound. It could be accent, it's really quick, bring jaw up. So I'm actually making accent on breathe in, or I'm using that jaw also as the source for playing a trumpet sound. When I'm playing trumpet sound, when I'm practicing trumpet sound, I always giving advice to other people. Firstly, try to be able to make trumpet sound without tongue movement, tongue help. Try to be able to make just the trumpet sound just by the lips action. So when you're droning, your lips are more like that. So when you make trumpet, the lips are more tough, they go like this. It helps you and will very speed it up your technique if you will be able to play trumpet sound without helping you to pushing the tongue. Usually people, they put tongue on like position when they want to say t, 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 ta, ta, te, ta. So also some people, they call trumpet sound like toot, because it comes from that tongue position. Ta, ta, ta. It works. Only problem for me in my case is that I'm locking the tongue movements together with the lip movements, so it's actually one big unit, and I cannot after that use my tongue for different sounding. So what I like, I said on the beginning, I like isolations, so I like be able to use trumpet sound and at the same time be able to use my tongue for another action. So lips, they're for me responsible for the trumpet, only lips movement. So I'm not locking the action with the tongue movement, like ti, ta, to. First I'm practicing just, so lips, they're making trumpet sound. After that, when I'm working with the trumpets, I'm thinking about where to put the tongue. If it will be like ta or ka or ra, where will be my tongue position. Last point I will be interested when I'm working with the trumpet will be that I'm trying to make the sound of the trumpet with the jaw up movement. So again, we are on the beginning this advice that jaw is really interesting source of the sounds, because for first I can make the accent by the bringing jaw up, and secondly I can be able to use same source of the movement for building the sound of the trumpet. I'm bringing jaw up, so that quick movement of jaw up makes the same thing as like trumpet pushed out is the breathe out. Jaw movements, they help me make the different sounds on breathing in. So try to explore what kind of sounds you're able to do when you're using jaw movements up, because that's the point. You can breathe in. You don't have to, but you can. So your composition can be more rich because you actively use breathing time for making note, making accent, making impulse. Not only your breathing out time, but breathe in time included. So you get like two options of view how to look on that part you're trying to compose.